going on, y'all? I just woke up. Today is episode 2 of creating my dream life from scratch. This video gonna be a little bit different than the last one. Instead of me sitting down and talking, I'm just gonna be running y'all through what I do on a day-to-day. I'm making this video so not only you guys see what I do, but like I said in the last, for me to go back and see what my habits were at the time. This is a schedule I want to adhere to every day. Now, I've been consistent with it, though at times, what I do will differ, or if I let impulses like scrolling or watching something entertaining get in my way, sometimes it'll disrupt my day. But my goal is to be consistent with the schedule every day, and I've been consistent with it up to a point that I got sick. So I'm bouncing back into it. I'm just gonna take you guys along with me, man. We're just gonna go through the schedule. What I do now is 7 a.m. right now. Let me see. Let me grab my other phone real quick. 7:02 right now. I don't know, my eye bad. I literally just woke up. But yeah, man, we finna get straight into it. So I'm gonna see y'all at the track. The park is just across the road from my house. So it's like a 10-second walk. Anyway, this is how I start my morning. You hear the birds chirping in the background probably. And I just walk. Like, it's a great way to clear my mind and get myself prepped for the day. You see the sunrise, beautiful. I've been doing this consistently pretty much every day. Like, the morning walk is crucial. So it's a fundamental part of my day, and I use it to just start off with gratitude, start off being grateful for the life that I have, the ability I have to grow and to change and to help others in that process. For the people around me, right? The fact that I have all of my limbs, the fact that I'm here, like, it's a blessing. It's beautiful. So this is how I like to start my days. I do this walk for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, I ain't get it on camera, but I brushed my teeth, put on my deodorant, I did all that good stuff off camera, right? So this is how we start the day, man. Just a nice walk at the park. One thing I also do with this walk a little bit is sometimes, or at least a few weeks ago when I was like getting to the rhythm of things, I use this time to kind of prep for my dials. So I kind of like do some role plays in my head. I kind of stopped doing that though, cause like when I got on the calls, I mean, it would help. Like, it would get my mind going and ready for things to say. But when you on a dial, man, it's unpredictable, and that's what I'm doing next. After I do this, I'm gonna go make my breakfast, eat my breakfast, and we get straight to work. And I also would advise anybody with like some type of anxiety, or like if you're real jittery, I would definitely advise you to, if you can, of course, to take this walk in the morning, even if you're healthy, right? It's just something about getting your body moving and just connecting with what's around you in the morning, man. I really don't know what it is, but I know for a fact I've been feeling better since I started doing it. It's time for breakfast. Here we go. Grab me a banana. Got all my supplements. I don't mind the peanut butter on them. It gets a little messy. But this is what I consume in the morning. I'll make another video going into what exactly these supplements are and why I take them. And I don't only take these, I also take magnesium. So that's what I'm running with in the morning. And yeah, man. Peanut butter toast, 3 eggs, banana, supplements. Bro, the internet providers are tripping, bro. Our Wi-Fi is paid off, both boxes green, but I can't, the Wi-Fi off. Like, it's It's not working on my phone. It's not working on my laptop. You know, something don't work. That don't mean you just stop the day. I told y'all I was gonna get this video out on Wednesday, so I'm gonna get this video out. See, everything on the Wi-Fi box is green, right? But as soon as I take y'all here, see down there, Wi-Fi is on. Yeah, nothing is working. Nothing. So somehow, internet off. As y'all just saw, I can go in my brother's room. The Wi-Fi box is green. Everything's apparently working. I come on my computer. You see the Wi-Fi icon. You see the internet icon, and yet nothing will load. Things like this happen, right? And I could take this as in, it ruined my day, ruined the video. Now I can't do anything productive. I can't dial the way I want to dial. But these type of things in life just happen. And what defines you is how you work around these type of things. Now, I can't dial now because I can't get to my leads because I don't have internet. But I can still work on myself in another way. I'm going to the gym in a few hours. And until then, I can still read. I can still do something to probe my mind, something to benefit my life, right? I got some time, right? So I think I'm going to spend this time, like I said, reading. Oh, hold on. Internet might be coming on as I'm speaking. YouTube just started loading up, so hold on. I don't know. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait how this turn out. If it's just loading but nothing's happening, I'm going to get to reading. But if the internet does start back working, I'm going to get it out. So that's going to determine what we do for the next few hours. And yeah, man, I just want to let y'all know, like, these type of things in life happen, bro. Like, I still got tomorrow to dial. I still have Friday. I still have Saturday. I got Monday next week. And it's like, it's a minor setback, but if I stay consistent, I mean, in the long term, in the grand scheme of things, today wouldn't have mattered that much, right? I mean, it would have mattered if I put effort in and I did things that were relatively good for myself, but like in terms of dialing, it's gonna set me back in no way. So yeah, man, we're gonna fill the time in correctly. So yeah, man, I'll see y'all when I'm reading. On to the next portion of this video. That YouTube thing, it was a fluke, still not on. So today I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all what we're reading. We got Nicomachean Ethics. This is the first works by Aristotle that I am reading. The first one that I am trying to understand and apply to myself. Like they tell you the only philosophy that matters is the philosophy that's practical. And that's why I started studying philosophy. That's what kind of got me over my initial anxiety when it came to dialing or the reprogramming of my subconscious. That's what got me over self-doubting myself and limiting myself, and those limiting beliefs and everything that was pushing me away from the life that I wanted to live. It's pretty much my second philosophical book that I'm reading in this Nicomachean Ethics. That's what we're doing today. I've written a little bit. I started reading this a few days ago. I got 2 pages so far, and that's really the first 3 chapters I got written down. When I read slow, and I read to understand and to really decipher what I'm reading. So it takes me a bit longer to get through a book than most people because I don't want to get through that book if I don't genuinely understand what I'm reading. And I know it's going to take me a while to get through this because with the first few chapters I have read, the beginning was very comprehensible, but then he went into a whole tangent of ideas that never occurred to me. So it took a little bit longer to really reel them in and understand them. But I can't really go in depth with it as he did because that's not what this video is about. But it talks a lot about what drives us and why we do the things that we do. What is that ultimate end to which we do the things that we do, the actions that we take? What is that for? What is it leading up to? How does that affect us, right? And today, I'm pretty much still, he's pretty much still stringing me along that line, and I'm just understanding what he's putting down. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about that today. I'm through with my note taking for the moment. I took notes for about 45, 50 minutes. And I read pretty slow, but I was really trying to get a grasp of what I was reading. I got up until the point where pretty much Aristotle was about to confirm that it is, what he presented up until that point. I'm just gonna go over it with you guys.
I'm gonna go over with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna pick y'all minds a little bit, like I did my own. Right. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Right. At the beginning, Aristotle claims that every human action aims at some good. That every action and choice aims at some good, and because of this, people describe good as the thing which all things aim at. But then he specified that there are different kinds of ends, right? There are ends that are the activity itself, and some beyond that activity, which is a result or a product. So we do things either for that thing itself or for what we gain out of doing it. And he pretty much just got into how there are many actions and many ends and many means. And after that, he goes a bit into how some things fall up under others. So we do certain things for a goal, and that goal is for something higher, right? So if we're doing things with a specific goal in mind, that ultimate goal, that goal that we're chasing is for that specific area, the ultimate good, because that is the result we want above all. So if there is one thing that we do all things for, like, because think about you're working, right? You're working to make money. You making money to pay your bills. You're paying your bills to live. You know what I'm saying? And that goes on and on and on. Like you may have a specific reason as to why you're doing what you're doing, but it all leads to something. There is something that all of us want that's beyond the surface level, beyond what we're doing. He was talking about that as being achieved good, that which we do everything for as being achieved good. Everything has some end to which is being worked towards, right? So for as humans, what is it that we're working towards? What is that end? What is that thing? What's that thing that will make us feel the most complete? What is it that we're all working towards? What is that final goal, that final thing, that final feeling that as people we all wish to have, we wish to experience, we wish to live in? And he brings up how there are multiple versions of this. There are multiple things we work towards. For example, people work towards wealth, people work towards pleasures, work towards honor. But all of these things are working towards something as well. For example, people want wealth, but there's a reason why they want that wealth. People want honor, they want pleasure, they want to be smart, they want to have intellect. But why is it that they want to have that? Aristotle classifies this, everything that we're working towards, is happiness. We want to be happy. And he calls happiness this thing because at the end of the day, we want to be happy for the sake of being happy. Now, what happy is varies. You know, for somebody sick, being happy means health. For somebody poor, being happy means money. But what comes with happiness isn't what's attached to it, it's that feeling. Like if you're poor, you feel like having money would make you happy because you would be able to do more. For me, even for me in the situation I am, I feel like I would be happier if I had more money, right? When I was sick, I felt like I would be happier if I was healthy, right? And depending on the situation you're in, the happiness varies. So Aristotle asked the questions, what's happiness? What actually is happiness? And he classifies happiness as something that's self-sufficient, something that is worthy of choice, something that we will always choose beyond anything else. And then he also brings up self-sufficiency, which is another final end. But self-sufficiency puts you on that road of happiness. You want to be self-sufficient to be happy. And I've always told myself one of my major things I want to do is to be able to live my own life and be self-sufficient, because I feel like if I'm self-sufficient, I'll be more free. I'll be more free to live the life I want to live. But I want to live the life I want to live because I want to be happy. He kind of goes more into detail as to why happiness is that final end, because we, like I said, we want to be happy for the sake of happiness. We don't, any addition to that is cool, but at the end of the day, it's that happiness itself. Like you can have money and be happy, cool, but you also have people who are completely satisfied with their lives, who aren't wealthy and are happy to just have the lives they're living. And that's what we all want. By this metric, he pretty much classifies happiness and self-sufficiency as the end of all human goods. We all want to be able to take care of ourselves. We all want to be able to make our own decisions, and we all want to be happy. And then he goes into how do we understand what happiness is. And he says that to understand what happiness is, you need to understand what the human function is. A great way to kind of understand this a little bit more is when you think about the specialists, right? They have a specialty. That specialty is their function. For a worker, right? They are the worker, but their function is that they're working. We all have to work in some way to live. For an artist, it's art, right? It's creating art. And even even when you think about us, the human body, every part that we have has some type of function. It does something for us. So as humans, what is our function? And that's a question I've definitely thought about before, but it's something I never could really understand. What is the function of humans? That's a great question. And I probably wouldn't have thought about it as much if I didn't read, so we're gonna get into the next portion. He goes on to say it can't be life because, you know, plants have life. Like we both need nutrients and we both grow. And it can't be perception neither because animals have perception. No matter what way you want to put it, they have their own perception of the world around them. So what is it that humans have that nothing else on this planet has? And that's rationality. We have the ability to think and we have the ability to act on those thoughts. We possess intellect. So we're able to learn and we're able to rationally decide what it is that we're going to do. And we also have the ability to obey reason. We also act based on the way we feel, our emotions, our desires. And that is distinct to humans. Like, I guess you could say biologically we have desires and things that we do, but using our rationality, using the part of us that can think, we can make decisions based on how we feel, right? Rather than it just being straight instinct. So what separates us is the fact that we can think and we can act on those thoughts. We have intellect. We have the ability to gain information, retain information, and we have the ability to act on that information and our desires and our emotions. He simplified this as potentiality and activity. So Aristotle tells us, okay, so if it's our potential and our actions, we must, out of the two, choose our actions. And he goes on to say, if the function of a human is the ability to act based on reason and making our decisions on some type of reason, because we always make decisions on something that we believe is right in the moment, then that would be the function of a good human being. If that is the function of a good human being, it is in us to perform this or to do this the best we possibly can. And now he also goes on to say that this is only if humans have a function. Like in theory, if humans have a function, it would be to act in accordance to our reason. And that's literally what we do. That if excellence depends on the performance of that function, then it only makes sense that if this is the case, then the function of a human or the ultimate human good will be humans acting on that reason at their best possible capacity. That would be happiness. Doing something in accordance with yourself, with your reason, and doing it at the best possible metric, the best possible way you can do it. And I mean, that makes sense because I'm thinking about whenever I'm the most happiest is when I'm doing something and I'm doing it to the best of my capabilities. When you genuinely enjoy what you're doing, you are happy. Like when your reason aligns with your actions and you're in the moment and everything is just going the right way, right? And that is no matter what it is, hanging with friends, playing a sport, it's a form of activity. It's you doing something. And that's a good way to view happiness. Right now, I mean, I'm still reading the book, so he's also going to go more in detail about that. But just for that to be an outline, because he even said himself that this is just a preliminary sketch of what he believed the ultimate human good to be, what he believed happiness to be, right? And he even goes on in detail to say, it is probably the right method to outline the concept first and later fill in the details. Any person may contribute improvements to the sketch, and time itself is a good collaborator in such matters. In fact, this is how progress occurs in all the arts, through refining what others have begun. And I feel like that's really cool, right? For him to be somebody who lived like around like some around 300 BC, something like that, long time ago, and to have this idea and to encourage future philosophers to kind of fill in the gaps, that's amazing. And even for this just to be a sketch, I mean, it makes sense. Right? And I mean, I guess you simplify it and it's common sense, but just to hear it broken down like in this way was actually very informative. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gathered from the notes today. And it took a while to read it, but I was really trying to understand what I was reading and fully grasp it. Like I tell you, I read slow. But that's how I memorize what I'm reading better and actually am able to apply it. Like I take my time. So that's pretty much the note-taking reading portion of this video. I think next is going to be pre-workout meal and gym. So I will see y'all then.
About to do a little bit of editing on the video while I'm eating my tuna and rice, and I'm gonna see y'all at the gym. We are now in the gym. We got back and buys today. Usually on Tuesdays, I work out by myself, but I got a friend from high school. We was talking about getting workout being together, so we will be working out today together. I'm not going to really talk too much. I've been talking the last 20 minutes, so I'm just going to let y'all see me get a quick back and buys workout and cardio. And that's going to be the end of the video pretty much. So I will see y'all in the workout. Physique, and compare that to the way I was looking in the video. You know, it's a bit crazy. Now, you go back and look at the video, I don't look nearly as buff as I do now, right? But I do got good lighting. I am pumped up, and this is where we are at currently with our physique, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the intro at home. So this is the physique for the day after the workout. Let's do see. Yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy the work. We are now post-workout, and this is the meal
that I have. Got me some chicken thighs, some rice, and some spinach. And that's pretty much the video, man. I don't want to make the outro too long because I spent a lot of the video talking. But if you watch this far, for one, I appreciate you watching this far. I appreciate you just tuning in and seeing, you know, a little bit of what a day with me looks like. It wasn't the exact way a typical day would turn out, but we made it work, and that's all that matters. And we got this video out. So the next video will be Friday. I don't know what it'll be about, but I hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, man, appreciate you for watching again.